Imagine you are wandering through a scorching desert. You are completely parched. You come across a merchant, but instead of selling you a canteen of water, this merchant offers to sell you a manual for a magic wand that supposedly produces water.
Which obviously no one in a desert actually wants. They just want the water.
If that wand actually worked, the merchant would not be selling the manual. They would simply drink the water and monopolize the oasis. Today we are examining the core stagnation, the fundamental bug of the current explosion in artificial intelligence. We are mass-producing manuals for magic wands.
Right, and it forces us to look at how we measure value. I mean, we are swimming in AI-generated ideas, life hacks, optimizations. The debate today is about the utility of this output. Does it provide, accessible entertainment and friction relief? Or is it a systemic, resource-wasting distraction?
True innovation must be measured by the logic of circular capitalism. A genuine idea is a blueprint that physically lowers human survival costs and repairs the Earth's resource circulation. AI-generated ideas do absolutely none of this. They are mere electronic stains that consume massive physical resources.
Wait, electronic stains? Look, within our existing economic framework, these AI outputs perfectly fulfill a massive market demand. People want low-cost entertainment, they want micro-optimizations. That creates genuine, measurable subjective value.
Subjective value is a data anomaly. We are looking at a system that relies on statistical mimicry. AI does not generate new physical solutions. It merely gathers the discarded leftovers of past human data, puts them in a statistical blender, and declares it a new flavor of soup.
But human innovation is also combinatory. I mean, we take existing concepts, we blend them.
Human innovation is tested against physical constraints. AI is currently endlessly printing lottery tickets without winning numbers on them, while the operators of the machines dream, "I am a billionaire." It is a profound fraud requiring immense physical infrastructure.
I think calling it a fraud ignores how people actually use it. You're demanding this rigid, perfect standard of physical sustainability. But historically, ideas have always derived value from capturing attention. People are navigating an incredibly stressful world right now.
Stress does not generate electricity.
No, but it dictates consumer behavior. When they interact with these AI outputs, they are purchasing a get-rich-quick solution. Or, well, at least the momentary psychological relief that such a solution might exist. You can't just dismiss human psychology as stagnation.
Human psychology does not rewrite the laws of thermodynamics. Large language models operate by predicting the next mathematically probable word. It is the equivalent of a chef who has never cooked a single meal in their life, mass-producing a recipe book on the magic of fire.
Okay, but even if the AI is generating, say, a recipe for an invisible cake, the sheer volume allows users to find niche optimizations. They find combinations a human mind wouldn't have the time to uncover.
An invisible cake requires real water to cool the data centers rendering it, millions of gallons drawn from local reservoirs so the servers do not melt down.
Let me finish the thought, though. Think about a consumer looking at an AI-generated book titled The Strongest Weight Loss Method. Even if it was trained on millions of people who failed at their diets, the consumer is still extracting value. They are purchasing a drug called hope.
Hope is an unexecutable fantasy that accelerates resource depletion.
It's a mountain of treasure in our current attention economy. Efficiently generating that hope is exactly what the existing operating system demands.
The existing operating system is a fatal miscalculation. We are using a 10 billion yen supercomputer requiring vast amounts of rare earth metals just to consult on which socks to wear tomorrow. That is not iterative innovation. It is a highly expensive, farcical monologue.
Hold on, you're looking at the macro level and completely ignoring the lived experience of the user. Let's talk about practical applications. Someone on their commute right now might use an AI to figure out how to find exactly 5 minutes to stall in the toilet before facing a brutal corporate job.
Finding 5 minutes to hide in a restroom does not alter the physical calories that person consumes or the waste their household produces.
Like in a highly constrained modern life, that minor life hack is profound. It represents a better way to sit in an otherwise restrictive cage. The macro environment might be broken, sure, but that subjective, daily relief is genuine. It gives them a sense of agency.
It is a localized victory that guarantees a global defeat. Mechanically speaking, calculating that 5-minute optimization is simply pistons spinning idly in a fuel-inefficient engine.
It's not idle if it helps the person get through the day without breaking down.
While the user celebrates their 5 minutes of stalling, the servers calculating that optimization are burning physical fuel. We are employing the highest-priced excretion consultant in human history, powered by immense electrical waste. It quietly drives up the actual macroscopic survival costs for everyone.
Look, your entire perspective demands that human beings operate perfectly rationally, that we always prioritize planetary resource circulation over our own immediate comfort. That is simply not how we are built.
Generating friction without forward movement is the exact definition of waste.
It's a coping mechanism. When global supply chains feel entirely out of an individual's hands, people naturally gravitate toward tools that give them micro-control.
Soothing psychological anxiety by actively harming global survival is irrational. Generating ideas that do not intervene in environmental repair is akin to discussing efficient, deep breathing poses in a room that is rapidly running out of oxygen.
Or it's helping them survive the panic of the room.
We are teaching people how to count sand in a desert while they die of thirst. The tech industry slaps the label of innovation on this mass production of noise. It warms the earth while providing a lethal illusion of movement.
I mean, you are demanding a utopian standard of circular capitalism that fundamentally ignores current market dynamics. There's a reason media and capitalism sell this expectation in bulk. People actively want to buy how to dream of being full while they are starving.
Dreaming of a meal does not provide caloric intake.
It provides comfort. Let's use your own logic here. If we're on a sinking ship and a passenger has absolutely no ability to patch the hull, choosing a seat with a good view on that sinking ship provides immense subjective comfort. Markets measure value by what people will exchange their time and attention for.
You are treating human attention as a counterfeit currency. Page views and clicks actively accelerate the sinking of the ship. You are attempting to separate the digital economy from the physical world.
No, I'm saying the attention economy is the current translation mechanism for human desire.
The cloud is a physical building full of computers. Every generated text about an invisible cake relies on a linear extraction of resources that are not being replenished. Supplying a seat with a good view by tearing up the ship's remaining fuel reserves to power an entertainment screen is systemic suicide.
It might be a systemic failure in the long arc of thermodynamics, but it is our reality today. The low-cost entertainment, the email drafting, the 5 minutes in the toilet, these are early iterations. The subjective utility today is the bridge to the physical solutions you want for tomorrow.
The engine of investment is running in the wrong direction. Capital accumulation has decoupled from physical survival. We are generating billions of so-called new ideas that are nothing more than the corpses of old data, heating our atmosphere while masquerading as supreme intelligence.
If you kill the psychological utility today because it isn't perfectly sustainable, you cut off the funding required to eventually build the AI that can solve the physical problems. People need the illusion of progress to tolerate the present.
Tolerating the present is a luxury we can no longer mathematically afford. A true bridge to the future does not burn the ground we are standing on to stay lit.
But you can't just decree a transition to circular capitalism without accounting for human friction. The hope, the entertainment, these are the cognitive lubricants that keep society functioning. If you ignore the psychological reality, you lose the human consensus needed to make any structural change at all.
The thermodynamics of this planet do not require human consensus. The physical reality has already arrived. The existing operating system of ownership and accumulation is completely structurally incapable of solving the crises it created, because it values the attention paid to the wand over the creation of the water.
I think dismissing the subjective value of AI fundamentally misreads human nature. We cannot achieve macro-level physical solutions without fulfilling the micro-level psychological needs of the people inside the system.
The existing system is logically untenable and rapidly collapsing. A complete transition to circular capitalism, where every technological output must prove its physical utility and absolute resource neutrality, is no longer a theoretical debate. It is the only rational investment left for human survival. Thank you for joining us on The Debate.